I'm Liam Dan. Welcome to the Economy Hub. Today we're talking Auckland property, where the red-hot market seems to have disappeared. Nick, we had some more downbeat data this week. It's not crashing, but it's certainly slowing. What's happening here?
We definitely have seen the market slow, and it's something that's been happening for about the last year. It's about a year ago when sales turnover peaked, and it's been steadily creeping down ever since, although showing some signs of stabilising. What we've seen also as a result of those slower sales is just more homes sitting on the market, and that number is now about 60% higher than what it was a year ago. So the demand-supply balance certainly shifting, with more properties available for viewing and giving buyers a lot more choice.
The mystery though, isn't it, is that we still have the population growth, and we know that the supply isn't keeping up with the population growth. So, that supply and demand curve, how is the demand's really kind of come out, hasn't it?
Well, the big picture is we simply do not have enough homes in Auckland to meet the population growth. When we look at the housing market as a market, people buying and selling and transacting, What we have is still a flood of regular listings coming onto the market, but just fewer sales being cleared. So you've got this overhang at the moment in terms of listings. So buyers also now have that ability to pick and choose and take their time. It has swung to be a buyer's market. That fear of missing out, which sometimes drives people to aggressively bid up and try and jump on properties quickly, those dynamics have gone, but the background of the underlying shortfalls is certainly putting a floor under prices.
Sure. I mean, and what are you hearing, from the industry? Like, as Nick says, that the coalface is where it's really changing. But where have those buyers gone?
I mean, theoretically, the buyers who have been waiting for a long time to pick up property at better prices should be leaping in now. Now, what we know is that with the loan-to-value ratios, they don't have the deposits, obviously, to be able to meet the lending criteria, to be able to borrow the amounts that they need. And in many ways, what's occurred is actually quite a good thing. Instead of having a bubble that then just popped a couple of years ago, what we've had is something that has just gradually deflated over the last 2 years. So we've gone from, according to QV, growth of about 24% annually in Auckland, which is phenomenal by any international standard, to yesterday we got a figure of 0.0% growth from QV in the Auckland market. Now, bear in mind, that's just the 3 months till June. The annual rate of growth is still 7%. Double the bank deposit rate. So, Auckland is not exactly doing it that tough. Prices are still rising, and according to QV, their average value is over $1 million. Barfoot's about 900 and something thousand. Now, what's actually happening is it's taking a tremendous amount of time for people to be able to earn the salaries. We know we've got low wage growth in New Zealand, to be able to afford those sort of prices are still high. So even though it's coming back, prices are still really high.
Certainly not happy days necessarily for first home buyers, I'd imagine, Nick. But where do you see it going from here in terms of it just is an interesting story, because you've still got this this sort of clash between the coalface at the front end of the market and that underlying supply and demand.
When you look long term, Auckland prices are going to be holding up or even increasing further. The reality is we're not going to be catching up to the population growth for several years in terms of the amount of building. Right here, right now, what I would expect to see is we're going to see either a little bit of downward price pressure coming through, or more people taking their homes off the market, or start to see fewer people putting their homes onto the market. And a combination of those factors will start to balance out over time. But over the next few months, it really looks like the market will remain pretty flat to a bit soggy on the price front. We've seen buyers change their behaviour. They know they don't have to rush and panic. What we haven't really seen is the sellers adjusting a bit more, being a bit more realistic with their asking prices, even thinking about whether or not they need to sell. Most people don't actually need to sell, and it's those people who take their house off the market or choose not to put it on to start with, help balance out that market over the course of the cycle. In a downturn in the market, we always see sales turnover actually falls. It tends to be that doing the adjustment more so than prices, and that's because as the buyers dry up, you also after a time see the sellers start to sit on the sidelines and wait till things calm down a little bit.